All right, what is up, everybody? Happy Monday. It's another episode of Live with the Kranky Canadian on this International Women's Day. I hope you guys are ready for another great interview.
I'm Streetside Anthony, and you're watching the Kranky Canadian.
All right. I hope you guys are ready for a good one. I am fully caffeinated. I had my double espresso, wide awake. I got my big solo cup, and I have my guest, Lucy, a.k.a. MommaComics. Say hello.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone in the chat. So many people.
Thank you so much for being with me today. This has been, very excited for this interview, and I appreciate you giving me some of your time.
No, thank you. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited, nervous. I don't know why, but I'm excited.
So we got some people in the chat here. I'm going to shout these guys out. Jean Malo was the first one in.
Hi.
Dream of August Comics. What up, Johnny? Just saw the new shirts my brother sent you. They look amazing. Justin at No Good Comics who beat me to the punch with this interview. Sean Miller Grunt Comics, what's up, brother? BX Boxer, my man. Paul PC 1974. We have we have Uncanny Swag. Michael P, what's up, man? Dave in the Cave, 1/3 of 3 Men in the Basement. Thank you for being in the chat, my brother. We have, let me see, comics are great. Yes, they are. Sith Lordly from Spine Ticks. What's going on, brother? Another marathon this past Saturday. I know that Shortbox Bernie here, one of my friends, hopped on your live stream in the morning at like 4:30 in the morning here in Connecticut. You guys are nuts. 3 Men in the Basement, Everett Otto in the house. The other last member of 3 Men in the Basement. Thanks for being it. Matt Forge, Pressable Deffects boys are in the house. Hip Hop is me. What is going on, brother? All right. So we got about 23 people watching. As they file in, guys, if I missed you, I'm sorry. This kind of jumped around on me. You know how it goes. Keep chopping it up in the chat, and when your name pops up, or if you have a question, we'll point it out. Sparks Comics in the house. The brother, Dave Levesque. Hey, Lucy. Hey, brother. Yeah. So if anybody has questions for Lucy or myself, just type it in the chat. We'll promise we're going to try to get to everything. If I miss it, I'm sorry. Just ask it again. You guys know how it is. Anybody that's watching this in the chat or on the rewind, the description of this video, you will find the link to Lucy's Instagram page. You will find the link to Lucy's YouTube channel. You will find a link to her Linktree website, and you will also find a link to the playlist, which is Women of Comics on Tales from the Flip Side. So, and we'll be talking about that later. So, so everybody, thanks for joining us. So, Lucy, great. Tell us a little bit about yourself, like personally, like, where you live, where, that kind of stuff. Don't get, don't go nuts because I do have questions for you, but give us a little breakdown of you that, personal.
Okay, well, I'm Lucy, and I'm in California, Palm Springs. Live in the desert. I'm a desert rat now. I was born in Mexico, Guadalajara, but I was raised here in California. And I've been here for, oh my God, I lost count, a lot of years. I've been here since I was little. And so now I'm a desert girl. I can.
Really? I thought California was water and sun and
not here.
No, you live on the other side of California?
Yeah, the ocean, it's like 2 hours away from me, 2.5 hours maybe.
Really?
San Diego's like 2 hours. LA, Orange County, like which is all Santa Monica, Long Beach, other beaches, they're like 2 hours and so away from me. There's nothing but desert around me.
Oh boy, didn't realize that.
Yeah.
And you like that?
I don't think we can handle the cold. It gets like 40 and oh my God, we're freezing. We have the heater on. I can't handle the cold. So I don't think I'm going anywhere. And I think we can take the heat because it gets about 120 or so.
Oh my goodness. I would never be able to. I love the winter. I love the cold. I just went to the beach this past weekend to clear my head. It was 30 degrees with 15 to 20 mile an hour wind gusts. I walked on that beach for about 2 hours.
Oh no, yeah, no, I can't take that. I can't take it. Yeah, so
Butcher in the house. What's up, Jay?
hey.
So you
yeah,
like?
I'm a desert girl.
So you've been in the States longer than you were in Mexico.
Yeah, well, see, like we were back and forth. Like growing up, we will be a year over there, and I will go to school over there for a year, and then come back and then be at school here. And it was tough. It was definitely hard. We were gypsies. We were everywhere. And the thing is that because we have family here, and then we have family over there too. So at the time, my grandpa was living out there, and we had to go back, and then my grandpa had an accident. We had to stay. He was a doctor in a small town in Guadalajara, and we had to stay there for a while to help him and everything. But then we came back again, and I think when I was 12, 13, that's the last time we went back to Mexico, and I've been here since.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, back and forth couldn't have been easy. My parents moved here from Canada, and they never went back. I'm the youngest of 7, so I wasn't born until they had been here for many, many years. But not easy. So it's pretty neat that you were able to.
Yeah, it's definitely hard, especially the language. When I was finally getting used to it here, that with my English and stuff like that, then go back. And it's just like nothing but Spanish and everything's Spanish and then coming back and it's just, school is definitely hard. So I don't think I learned English like better, like, because I still kind of mess up, my writing is horrible. But I think I was like in 8th grade when I finally was able to understand better in school. It was hard. It was definitely hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially when like my parents struggled with English right off the bat. So French was the first language I learned. And when I got to the early years, the teachers told them, you got to speak just English to him or else he's never going to make it in school.
And you know what? My mom didn't know English. So, I mean, she understood, but she didn't speak really, So it was even tough, until I think it was in high school when a teacher told me, do you have to start thinking in English? Because do you think in Spanish? I was like, I never thought about it, but yeah, I do. And she's like, what language do you dream? I was like, oh, in Spanish. Then after that, it was in my freshman year, and after that, everything kind of changed because she was telling me that I have to start thinking in English, and that helped me a lot.
Yeah, it clicks, right?
Yeah.
My parents didn't know any English when they moved here. And so my mother, till the day she passed away, read the newspaper every day, front to back. And she's just practicing reading her English. And my father, you still can't understand him. He'll have a conversation with us and he'll go from French to English to French to English. My wife will look at me and go, I don't have any idea what he just said.
That's awesome. Yeah. No. And see, now with my kids, it's hard. Like, I don't really talk to them in Spanish because my husband's Filipino, so he doesn't speak Spanish. So it sucks that I tell him words, but it is like it's hard to teach your kids another language.
Yeah, I didn't even bother trying. If my wife was French, it'd been different, but I know that. Yeah. So Hyper Combo has joined us. We got Louis the 13th. Sorry, there I go. My stupid Roman numerals again. Desire Comics has hopped in. T. Ravis has hopped in. Excuse me. Jay from Pressable Deffects has hopped in. So, all right, guys. Appreciate it. Chat is lively. Lady Sith, you and I are going to have a talk. Lady Sith.
Ooh, you're in trouble. I just started following her.
let's get in this. So, all right. So you get on Instagram July 2017. What made you decide I'm going to do comics on Instagram, and how did you come up? This is going to be my name.
Well, one day, it was like in the middle of the night. I had just had my son, my little one, and I was just laying down, and then because I have my personal one where I will post my family and stuff like that, and I was posting a few comics, and I was just like, I'm like, I don't think my family and friends who are not into comic books are gonna want to see this. So I was like, I'm gonna, you know, just make an Instagram and post nothing but comics, and whoever wants to follow me, to know more about my comics and stuff like that, they can follow me there. And since I already had a son, a kid, so I was in kind of a second time new mom, I guess. And so I was like, oh, my mom comic, well, why don't Mama comic? I don't know.
Yeah,
It just kind of came in the middle of the
sketchy.
night. Yeah,
It's sketchy.
yeah, and that's how it came about with my Instagram, my account. Yeah, it's been, oh my goodness, 2017. So it's gonna be 4 years.
Yeah.
July is gonna be 4 years. Yeah, yeah, the same age as my son.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you post a lot of great stuff. You sell stuff. Sometimes you have the videos. I think you partnered up with Skeleton Key for a sale one time. Is that
No,
or
not
am I-
yet. No. She just shared that I was having a sale, and
Oh,
I would
okay.
share hers. But no, we haven't. I
Haven't
know
collaborated yet.
no, her collection is too good for my. I don't have that good of a collection compared to her. And but yeah, like I sell, like, because I was saying before, like, when I first started, like, I didn't know much, right? So I was just kind of like buying whatever, and whatever I liked. Well, kind of what I do, just going by the covers, and
Yeah.
and um uh whatever was hot, and stuff like that, the new appearance or whatever, just buying like crazy doubles because I really like the art. So now I get that. I'm like, that's too much. I'm not in love with this comic. I can let it go.
Yeah, I think a lot of us have done that for sure.
Oh yeah, yes.
So last year, in the midst of a pandemic, you decide I'm going to start a YouTube channel. Like, what got you to that point where you're like, I'm doing it, and what made you decide I'm going to start a channel?
Well, what was it? 2000. I want to say. I don't know if it was 2018. I think I did during October. I started on my Instagram doing a live or posting, like, I love ghost stories. I love reading about ghost stories. I like watching anything about ghosts. I love hearing stories about, like, personal ghost
I could
stories.
tell by the stuff on your channel.
Yeah. So I was doing lives, and so I was like, why don't I? And I just did it for that month, I think. And one of my friends was telling me, like, why don't you keep doing it? You should keep doing it. And, like, you should talk about that stuff, and bring people. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't see much people talking about it. And one day, I think I saw a live, and and I think I was doing a live, and I was asking people, like, oh, talking about a little bit of ghost stories and stuff like that again. And I was like, if I do a channel where you guys come and share your stories, and I got a bunch of messages that people wanted to come and share their story. So I was like, okay, let's do this. And not only for the month of October, let's keep going to see where this thing goes. And so far it's been okay. I like it. I like doing it. I like hearing other people's stories and sharing where, like, places that they want to go and visit. I like abandoned houses, like those beautiful abandoned Victorian houses and stuff like that. Or I love castles and things like that. So, especially if they're
haunted ones.
Yeah, I like to see it, and hearing other people's stories. I enjoy it. So that's how I got my little YouTube channel going.
I see that. So like, I'm watching them, and I'm like, okay, this is not for me. I'm the opposite of liking ghost stories.
Yeah, no, it's
I
not
don't.
for everybody.
No. So I'm wondering, are you going to Uncle Frank in the house, BX Boxer in the house? A couple more shout outs here. Michael Benston, what's up, brother?
Hey.
Congrats on your first video. I think I said Sparks. All right. Are you gonna just stick to that type of content, the ghost stories? Or are you gonna branch out into the comic era? Or what?
I did start it. I had one episode so far, and it's Comic Book Nightmares. And I had Chris, he's from Custom Slabs. And me and him, we talk about, like, you know, when there's drama in the community, when it's like you know, we gossip about it. But, or, you know, like when you get like the nightmares about collecting, you know, like sometimes like you get when you buy something on eBay, like prices or the way they ship everything, you know, there's like the collecting is pretty awesome and the community is pretty awesome, but there's always that little part that it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
you know,
there's some rotten people out there.
Yeah, and so I was like, I was talking to Chris about it, and I was just like, man, I should do a comic book nightmares. This is like comic book nightmares. I'm like, I should do an episode about that. And I had him on, and on the 20th, I'm gonna have Aaron E. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. And he wants to go on the show to talk about the comic book nightmares. So I am adding a little bit more to that. And, you know, I'm trying to do one episode of that of comic book nightmares, or in the other one of the Tales by Lucy with the ghost stories, because I need a break from the ghost stories.
Yeah.
Even though I love it, I do get scared. Like I do sometimes I can't sleep at night because it gets in my head. Even though things are pretty chill here, you know, like I do get scared. So I need a break from that. So
well, I don't blame you, but I'll tell you what, I bet you'll find more people in the community than you think that have nightmare stories about collecting.
Yes, yeah. Because everybody has a story, you know, especially when I see people posting like how they got the mail, you know, how their comics are all banded and stuff like that. And not only to talk smack about that, but to find a solution. What can we do to make this better? You know, I also want to find a solution to the nightmares of collecting.
You should go back and watch the video I did, a package I got from Unknown Comics, on how they started a fight with me.
Ooh.
So I can tell you about nightmares. So we're going to shout out Lou from Aegis Comic Alaska.
Hey, Lou, happy birthday.
Lou's the worst $5 super chat. Let's give him a little super chat video.
Hey, I got Bob Sugar on the other line. I better hear you say it.
Yeah, no. Show you the money.
Not show you. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Yeah. Louder.
Show me the money.
That's it, brother, but you got to yell that shit.
Show me the money.
I need to feel you, Jerry.
Show me the money.
Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money. Show me the money.
I love that movie.
Thank you very much, Lou. Appreciate that, my man, as always. Give it a little.
That's awesome.
Give it a little. I love that one. Start bobbing in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr. was killing it in that movie.
Yeah.
In that scene.
Yeah, it's such a great movie.
So you're on like this mini world tour. You're getting on all these different shows, right? Like all of a sudden you're the I was, you know, like end of last year, I was doing my own little world tour in Everett, and Dave used to make fun of me. But so I saw you on Justin's show on Saturday. It was a great interview. I think, but at the end of the show, he asked you what you had coming up, you know, as far as like your channel and stuff like that. And right at the very end there, he said, wait a minute, aren't you doing something on Monday? And you just couldn't remember the name of the person, the name of the channel, or the show that you were joining on that Monday. So
I'm so embarrassed.
I'm watching this going, man, Justin, I would have figured he was going to help you out too. He's like,
I know,
Roger. Like, yeah, he was letting you burn for a couple seconds before he helped you out.
I know you did.
I appreciate that. Just reminded you, but man,
I know. Thank you for reminding me. But yes, I completely froze. I was like, oh yeah, I couldn't. I just for the life of me, I couldn't.
All
I
right.
totally yes. I'm so sorry. I'm so
All right. That's all right. I'm only gonna hold it against you as long as I know you. If anybody who knows, will tell you.
I'm sorry. Oh my
So
goodness.
when you first started like watching YouTube, I mean, you watch comic content on YouTube, right? So when you first started watching it and like, oh, I want to get into this, like what kind of shows were you watching? Like who were you watching on YouTube?
Let me think about it. Well, it took me a little bit. Actually, it was CBSI. They were doing the hot 10 or something like that. They
Yep.
were I was following on I started following on Instagram first because a customer recommended me their website. It was a website that they recommended, and to all the like the hot comics and whatever, like, and I was just like, oh, that's cool, and I found their on Instagram. And then they were posting the videos. And then from there, I started watching videos. And then I think I found Jim Collectibles, I think it was. I know I mentioned
Jim.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, Jim. You see, I'm bad with names.
Yeah, you're bad with names, apparently. I'm glad we all made a great impression on you.
Yeah.
The guy that's got the gem, the French guy over there. Someone said that she had 3 men and a baby or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? Seriously, I have changed people's names because I'm really bad with names, and then later on I'm calling them something else that's not even their name. So yeah, I'm guilty. Sorry, guys. But yeah, like and Jim, I was watching it. So it was they were the first ones that I started watching. And then I found, I think Comic Tom was doing the videos. Then I think that's when I started watching, when they were like doing it with the CBSI and all that stuff. So it was a while back. So that's kind of how it started. And little by little, I seen people that were like having their shows, and then downright nerdy podcasts. I started watching them. They're freaking awesome. And I can't wait for them to come back and do their shows. And little by little, I started finding more shows. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't think when I first started my Instagram, I honestly didn't think there was a lot of women in comic books. I didn't think there was a lot of people posting about comic books. And little by little, I started finding a bunch of people, and I was just like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!
Yeah.
This is so cool!" and shows, and I keep still like more shows that they keep coming together, and finding shows. Mighty Mel from Drunken Chat
Chat's on, yeah.
Actually, thanks to him, I started doing my show too. Because going on his show make me feel comfortable doing this.
Right.
Because even lives on Instagram, I was like getting nervous, and I was just like, I'm nervous right now. I always get nervous. I'm such a nervous person, and just with them, I just felt so comfortable, and I they make me feel so welcome.
Yeah, Mel has a way of doing that for sure.
He's been telling me for so long that he's like, you need to come on the show. You need to come on our show. Like, I think 6 months before I went on their show, he kept asking me to go on their show. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know as much you guys, like, what am I going to say? And finally I made it. And because of his show, it made me feel comfortable going, doing my own. But
see, Sith knows. Yeah. He says, I watched those early streams of Mama Comics on his Drunken Chat Son. They were fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so it was just, it gave me courage to do it. And because of him, I'm in Comic Book Woman, that's where they found me.
So tell us about Women of Comics, like that, the Comic Book Woman. What is that all about? Like I said, in this description of this video, you'll find a link that it looks like you guys go live on Tales from the Flip Side, but it's a whole playlist of all the videos that you guys did. From the Valentine's Day movie to watch to, different reviews of WandaVision and stuff.
Yeah. Well, we were trying to do different things and what we like. And but it started when they came to me. Like they started with they asked me if I wanted to join, and they saw me on Drunken Chat, and they messaged me if I wanted to join their show, and I was like, yeah, sure, but I don't know what to do. The same, I like, sure, let's do it. And the girls, Jen and Laura, are freaking amazing. I love them. I became really, really good friends with
So
them.
that's Bird City and
Laura, yeah, and Jen, comic aficionado, and she's on Instagram. And those two, I love those two. And we talk about comics. We talk, we invite comic creators and stuff like that. This Tuesday, we're having Trish, one of the co-creators of Stray Dogs. And, we message people, DM them, email to see who we can get. And we do our picks, our comic picks, or, in the past we have doing movies or shows that we watch. But yeah, that's kind of.
You guys have never thought of toying with the idea of starting your own channel?
Just the three of us.
Called, it's called. Is it called Comic Book Women or Women of Comics?
No, Comic Book Woman. Right now, it's Comic Book Woman. But I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? You never know what could happen.
Yeah, I think there's a place for it. Just add my 2 cents to that.
Thank you.
I think it's great. Cool. Yeah, and they're all on. I think if people go on your Instagram or your Linktree, you can pretty much get to all that stuff. Everybody else's page from there. Yeah. And like I said, the YouTube playlist of Comic Book Women is in the description of this video, guys.
Yeah, and Laura, they on Facebook, if you guys want to follow them, they're on Facebook, Bird City Comics, and I love their page. Again, I didn't know you could do such a thing on Facebook. I didn't know with comics. I didn't know either. Like the more time I'm in this community and everything, I find more stuff. And if you guys go on Bird City Comics and you guys buy anything, use CBW15 and you guys get a discount. Nice. And it helps us with our content and everything. But yeah, they both of Jen too. She has so much knowledge for comics, and she's just our little encyclopedia of comics. And she knows I feel like she knows everything. But yeah, both of that. I'm happy to do the show with them. It doesn't matter what we do.
Yeah. Well, good. Keep it up. Keep it up. You guys are doing a great job for sure. And you have a huge Mercari store. Like I was on it. You got a lot of books on there.
Yeah. And some of the stuff that I have posted on Instagram, I've been kind of like, if I'm trying to sell them on Instagram first for less, and then on Mercari, I do go up a little bit with the prices because their freaking rates are going up. So at least I can kind of make something. And I try to post some of my stuff in there that I want to get rid of. So yeah, it's
nice.
there.
Nice. I think you didn't you do like a little rant video about Mercari last week or something like that?
Oh my God. More on the shipping and everything. Like it kind of sucks for the seller, and also for the buyer, because then now you have to pay more for shipping. Like as a buyer, I think, okay, it's $10 plus the $5. That's $15 for a book, That's how I think when I'm buying. Mm-hmm. But then when I'm selling, like I think about the buyer, and I do, even though sometimes I'm like, I don't know them, who cares? But I do feel bad. I'm like, man, I feel bad for selling them this, and they have to pay still for shipping, but then it's kind of like,
fees are tough.
Yeah, I also want my money to buy more comics, so it's kind of like.
Well, that's why a lot of people are trying to find somewhere else other than eBay to sell comics, So you got to give 13% to them.
Yeah.
You got to take your book and you got to price it above GPA just to make GPA.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Eric. Eric, he said that I ship pretty fast. Yes, I try to ship like the same day. if I can, if the post office is still open, I'll drop them off right away. I love putting the books together and packaging and all that stuff. I think it's so fun, so I do it right away. And
yeah, Michael, Shortbox is awesome. We definitely are partnered with them, but the problem is that they only do slabs. You can't sell raw books through Shortbox. So not that that's a problem, but it is to somebody who's selling raw books.
And that's me. I only have raw books. I don't really have any slabs. I it's gonna sound gross, but I like the raw.
Pause.
Sorry, guys. I like my books like that.
No, what up, Thoro? My brother Roger, what's up? What's up to MommaComics? Dropping by. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. As always.
Yeah. Oh, I have my comic book woman mug here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
See that? Copy 801 in the house. What's up, brother? So, did you collect anything before comics?
No.
We tend to find that a lot of comic book collectors been collecting since they were young. It just wasn't always comics, you know.
You know what? No. I should not say no, because I guess since I was little, I don't think about it like, oh, collecting, but then like when I talk about little things, I'm like, oh yeah, I did when I was little, when we were living in Mexico. There was like these little boxes, and they will come out like I don't know if it was once a month or every other week, and it had candy, but it also came toys. They had toys with them, and they had the dinosaurs, the show dinosaur.
Yeah.
They had those. They had like Rugrats. They have different ones. So me and my mom was into it too. She was pretty young too, so she would buy them too. She liked collecting them, and then so it was like different things that I guess like but little things that I didn't pay attention, and I didn't think that it was collecting. Till now, I'm like, oh, well, that is collecting.
That is collecting, yeah.
And I remember the Michael Jackson's cups. Remember back in the day when he came up with those cups?
Yeah.
He had all the colors. Michael Jackson, it was Coke, It was Pepsi, I think, right?
I didn't collect them. I just remember them.
Yeah, no, we did. Or like from McDonald's.
McDonald's
all
ones.
The toys. Like I remember Bug's Life. I have all the toys, little things like that. When I guess I didn't think that it was like collecting till now.
But
like,
it is, yeah.
Yeah, and I think my late teens, I love princess and stuff like that. I was like everything princess. I had everything, especially. Oh my gosh, Snow White and Cinderella. Those were like my favorite.
It goes back to your castles.
So yes, castles. Yes. So all those little things that I never honestly didn't think that it was collecting till now. I'm like, oh,
see that?
I guess, yeah. I already had like an addiction problem back then.
No, it's most collectors have that. You know, I have different collections, all sorts of different stuff, and it drives my wife crazy. But
yeah. Jean is asking, is your favorite character Wonder Woman, or have any other ones? Yeah, I do. I love Wonder Woman, but Rogue and She-Hulk, it's another one, and I think those are like my main three. Those three right there.
Those are good ones.
Yeah.
So a question that I ask every guest is, you're on Instagram page and now YouTube, and you try to create content to keep things interesting, to kind of keep up with today's collecting, today's comics, and try to stay relevant. So we don't always get to share something that we love. So do you have anything in your collection that you love that you don't get to really show on your channel or show on Instagram because it's not really relevant to today's collecting or comic books?
Well, I guess I love lipsticks. Lipsticks. I have lipsticks everywhere. And that's something, because it's not, I don't think people are going to be interested in my lipsticks.
You never know. You never know, Lucy.
It's true. Like every time I go to the store, when I go to like the farm, I don't know, Target, Walgreens, whatever, I always end up picking up a lipstick, even though sometimes it kind of looks the same to the other one that I already have. It's slightly different.
That sounds like collecting to me, Lucy.
I know. I'm telling you. Yeah, even and lately it's been hair products right now. Like I'm like, oh, I want to try this one. I want to try that one. So those are the things right now that I think I've been getting more into the hair products, but definitely always lipsticks.
So that's what you. So I was gonna ask, do you actively collect anything still? Like, so that would be it, right?
Yeah, lipsticks. That's something. Yeah, that I always, you know, right now that I think about it, I always the lip since I was younger, lip gloss. I always got lip gloss. I love getting my lip gloss, and now when I grew up and I was able to buy lipsticks, I would collect the
When you were
lipstick.
allowed to, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Dave in the Cave says Otto collects lipstick too. That's a true story.
And that's
I've
funny.
seen it. I've seen the collection.
It's just so beautiful.
It looks like the old Crayola boxes, the 164 color Crayola box. You know.
And you know what? I remember like when I first like liked the lipsticks, like and it was one of my aunts had a lipstick. We were in Mexico and she had brought one from out here. And I remember the brand, it was L'Oreal because I remember the smell and it had like a nice smell. I liked it. And now like I always like the L'Oreals because they have that smell and it brings me back to when I was younger, my aunt with her lipstick. So
see that, guys, you never know what we're going to talk about on Live with the Cranky Canadian.
There you go.
If you guys need some tips on lipstick and colors, MommaComics is the place to go.
Yes, I'll tell you where.
And apparently, apparently Everett. Jay says he collects hair products and he collects them because he can't use them. So
Yeah, that is funny.
That's
oh
funny.
My goodness. Yeah, no.
So I know that you enjoy indie comics. Do you have any? What kind of titles are you reading now? Or any weird titles that you're reading now that you're enjoying?
Well, I mean, like everybody else, Something's Killing the Children. I love that one since it came out. I've been reading it. I love it. Another one that I was reading, and I'm a little behind on that one. Automall, I think I'm pronouncing it right. But that one is just creepy and I love it. I'm a little behind on that one. I'm missing, I think, the last issue. But I just love those creepy, kind of weird comic books.
So I've never really read like horror comics, and then about 2 weeks ago, I bought a set of comics from Thoro and Acclaim. It was Black Friday.
Oh,
so I don't even know anything about this, but I didn't think I started reading. I'm like, what am I doing here? I'm not gonna like this. I don't like horror stuff. I loved it. I can't wait for the second one to come out. Like it's really, really creepy, and it like really did creep me out while I was reading it. But yet I want to read the next one.
I love that the stories are really good. Like that you get into it and it's something different. It's different than what you used to, and but it's again, it's not for everyone. There's another one. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to think. Because Boom Studios has really cool books, and there was one. Oh my
Department of Truth is one that someone said. I don't know if you're reading
that one. I haven't started. I was waiting to get like enough because that's another thing. I like to wait till at least there's like 10 books, 5 to 6. I don't know. Depends how many there is to read it because I just want to read them all. I hate like I'm impatient and I hate waiting for the month for another issue. So I kind of wait till so that one I was waiting and I think I'm gonna start reading that one. But I like the creepy ones.
So one of the things over the last several weeks that I've been doing on our live shows is I've read every single Future State book, every single one, every title, and then on the Fridays I did a review, and every week there was like 6, 7, 8 comics, that I would read. in the end result, the majority of them were terrible. They were just bad story writing. It's just, you kind of look at them going, what the hell? Why did you even print this? Like, did you give some 12-year-old an opportunity to write a book and say, screw it, just print it so we have stuff on the shelf? I don't know, but it's become quite popular because I'm a little animated for the ones that I really hate.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been asking people, well, they don't want me to stop the reviews. So I'm like, well, give me a direct message and give me some titles to read.
Mm-hmm.
Give me some ones that you think I'll like, and give me some ones that you think are stupid to see what I think of it after we read. So
Yeah. There is one, and I think it was good for, oh geez, let me see if I can find it. Again, for today, man.
Like Dave says, my reviews were better than the books.
There you go. There was one. I'm gonna look for it and I'll send it to you so you can do probably a review on that one. I liked it because I feel like it kind of fits the times that we're in right now with the pandemic and stuff like that. I remember I told somebody about it. I have to look for it and I'll let you know which one it is. So
Yeah,
you can
just send me a message and
you can probably get the tray because, well, for now, do Winnebago Graveyard. That one, it's by Steve Niles. I love Steve. He's amazing.
You're gonna have to send that to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. But Winnebago Graveyard, I really like that one. And but
I don't know if that's a compliment or I look like a high school teacher that tells great stories. I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
I want to say it's a good.
Yeah, if you could definitely send me those on a private message. I'd definitely be willing to try new things. I got so used to reading so much now. When you take the books that I was already reading with Crossover and King in Black, and I added 8 to 9 books a week for Future State. Although I'm sad that I don't have the reviews anymore, I'm kind of happy I'm not going to have to read that many books anymore.
Well, that's kind of, I guess, yeah, it is kind of good that you don't have to do it if you don't like it. I don't think I read any of them. I did pick up only the Wonder Woman ones, but
Future State, that's my favorite character from the old Future State. Yara is just phenomenal, and she's going to have a series coming out called Wonder Girl. I'll definitely be reading that.
Okay, I honestly just got them mostly because the covers.
Yeah. Yeah, between that one and the Batman, I definitely got issue 1, like all the variants for sure.
Oh, okay. I didn't even get Batman. I think I only picked up the Wonder Woman ones, because I was like, oh gosh, another reboot. I don't even want to deal with it. So
well, she was actually a badass character, and she was kind of an asshole. That's why I liked her. Yeah. So, but it's Future State. So this is she is Wonder Woman. And apparently, the new story is the origin of how she gets to that point. She wasn't born. She wasn't born there, Wonder Woman. It was in her blood or something. Kind of the synopsis. So.
Okay, I need to read it. I'm definitely kind of behind on that. So I'll read it, that one for sure.
Black Cotton was another one that I read that was really good. Black Cotton from Scout Comics.
Oh, I heard that one was good.
Thanks to the Defects recommending it. So it's basically what the world would be like if white people were the minority.
Oh.
And it's like right off the rip. That first issue was like bam, like right from today's headlines, but reversed. Like it was pretty intense. So I'm looking forward to the next one.
I need. I want to say. I thought I got. I don't remember if I got that one. I don't think so. I don't think I did. But I want to say Mel sent me one, but I'm not sure.
She wants to know what's the best horror comic book you've read that would be a great read for a newbie.
Well, I really like Oktoberfection. It's not super scary. It's not super, but they had the show and sadly they canceled. A lot of people didn't like it. I did. I liked it. I loved it because I love Steve Niles and I know he wrote it and it was based on his book. I really like that series. Honestly, it's really good. In the show, like I said, sadly they only did one season, but it was because the way I because I read the whole series and then I watched the show. I felt like the show was before the comic books, trying to introduce the characters for the people who didn't read comics. And but in the way the comic starts, it's already like, because on the show the kids are in high school, and then on the books they're already out of high school, and it's a family of kind of like detectives but it's for paranormal.
Okay.
So it's interesting. I really like that one, so I will recommend October Faction if you can find that one. I like it. It's not super creepy, so it's something that
DM me that, because I'm never going to remember.
yeah, I
Please.
will definitely send
Maybe
you
I'll
that.
give it a review.
Yeah. You I think you'll like it because it's not super creepy, and it's something that I'm sure you will enjoy. There's one that I could not finish reading because I read one issue and I stopped, and then I'm trying to look for the comic, and I got so scared because it's something that I know it had happened.
That does make it scarier.
Yes, and I had to stop. Oh my goodness.
Thanks,
Horrible.
Roman Curtis.
It's so soft horror. There you go. Yeah.
Soft horror.
Infidel. Oh
Okay.
my God, I was so scared with that one. I couldn't finish.
Can you? Yeah, I would send them to me, because if I can get them digitally, I'll just read them on my iPad.
Yeah, that one I did find it pretty creepy. But I will send you that one. Yeah, there's a lot of them that I liked, and Unsound, it's another one from Boom Studios, and it was supposedly it was gonna be a movie or a show about that. Who knows what happened? But it's also Boom Studios. But I like that one. It was
Nice.
I have to send you all those.
Yeah, I'll give them a shot. What the hell? I got plenty of time now that Future State's over.
Yeah. Let's see,
So I have a special guest who's going to join us.
Ooh.
Someone who's going to come ask you a couple of questions and help me with rapid fire. So if everybody please welcome Sammy, Skeleton Key Comics. Sammy, say hello. Say hello to everybody.
Hi. Oh,
Hey.
How are
Happy
you?
International Women's Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
me too.
I think I forgot to play this.
There you go.
That one woman in the water just swimming all by herself.
Oh my God, I thought it was a fly.
No, a fly. Jeez.
Oh, Sammy. I'm
So,
so
Sammy,
happy.
thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad. I know it was last minute, and I appreciate you helping me surprise Lucy. If anybody that doesn't know, this is Skeleton Key Comics on Instagram. Sammy, and she's here to help me finish off the interview with Lucy.
Oh, I love you, Sammy.
So, Sammy, have any questions for Lucy?
Do you have any questions for Lucy? Yeah.
All right,
Ooh,
I'll ask her. I'll ask her one. You think about it
Okay.
before we get to the rapid fire.
Okay.
So, all right. So, someone goes on your Instagram page and they look and they scroll through all the pictures and they look at your YouTube channel and stuff. Okay, they see you into comics and ghosts and creepy castles. Well, what's something that nobody would know about you just by looking at your social media?
That I love to dance. I love to
Really?
dance. I love music. I love dancing. So that's something that I don't think a lot. If you go through my Instagram, I don't think you will be able to notice that I like to dance.
No, I don't. I would definitely not get that from the comic books you post.
Yeah. No, I love dancing. And I'm good at it.
I also like to dance, and I am also good at it.
Oh,
Whether you believe it or not, it's that I love Spanish music. I love dancing to salsa and merengue.
me too.
Yeah, it's
That's my thing right there.
That's awesome. What's your favorite song to dance to?
Ooh, Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony. There's everything he plays. I love Mark Anthony. That's
Really?
yeah, yeah. I love the music.
My my weakness song, like you'll where I am, if it comes on, I'll start dancing. The fact that my daughter's 18th birthday, they did like a father-daughter dance, and she asked him to play that song in Suavemente. Like, yeah.
Oh yes, that's it. And every Mexican party that has to be, they have to play it. Yep, love that song. Elvis Crespo, that's the singer.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I just, whenever we're somewhere and someone go to the DJ, hey, play this song. That guy over there in the corner is going to dance.
That's amazing. Love that song.
Lady Sith. Lady, I don't know if I can do it well enough to give instructions.
Yeah, I'm horrible at instructions. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with doing the chicken dance and being good at it, Copy 801.
That's okay. Yeah, yeah.
Moonbase, that's not true, and that hurts a little bit.
Oh my god, that episode!
Yeah.
I love that episode. I love that show.
You got anything else to ask her, Sammy, before we get into?
Sammy, come on, Sammy.
Speaking of dancing, have you thought of doing like a Zoom class?
Oh no, I wouldn't be good at that.
Like teaching dance. I want to learn to dance, girl.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that. My husband's been asking me like to teach him how to dance bachata, and I'm like, I know how to dance, but I can't really teach it. Like I'm not a good teacher. Okay. I can. I'll be like, just follow me.
You teach the fools in the chat how to dance. Come on, you'll be doing everybody a service.
Oh no, I'm not good at that. No.
Yeah, just like my brother says, all Canadians are good at the chicken dance.
There you go.
Every party you go to, someone puts the chicken dance on in Canada.
That's funny. That's funny. You know what? I want to say real quick that me and Sammy we've been talking, and you know what I'm talking about, Sammy. Some fool came out at her, and I had to jump in and say something because attacking other women on Instagram, it's not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attacking anybody on Instagram.
Yeah.
I did see Sammy's video about that after it happened. I didn't go searching for what that person did. But I do know that unfortunately when you get a lot of followers and you put yourself out there, and we get it, with ours, like right away, my show will get a couple thumbs down. People just love to hate, I say, thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that pissed me off. I was so mad. Like, as soon as I found out and I saw that, I was just like, I started to sweat because I was all mad. I was like, ooh, oh,
girl, and like me, I sweat when I get mad.
So I messaged her and I'm like, oh, was this guy? Because this guy has been like harassing other people about what they like because they like DC because of they're selling on Instagram because of whatever, and I did not like that at all. No,
and and it's like I said, you get it everywhere. I mean, I did a video where I did an unboxing from CGC, and I got really bad grades, and the guy's like, you should just be happy that you got those awesome books, and you probably didn't even read them, so you shouldn't have them anyways. Like, what does that mean? What's that? Okay. What's like? Who the hell are you? Like, So
yeah, I wonder if it was the same person.
I'm sure there's more than one asshole in the place.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Well, we'll get them. We'll fight them, all of them. Just kidding.
E-Rod has joined us. What's going on, brother?
All
right, so we are at the section that's called Rapid Fire with the Cranky Canadian. And now it's Rapid Fire with the Cranky Canadian and Sammy. So I sent her the questions ahead of time, so I'm going to ask the first one. I got 15 of them. The concept is try to answer first thing that pops into your head. If you feel you want to elaborate, that's fine. And just have fun with it. All right. So the first question: Starbucks or Dunkin'?
Starbucks. Sammy's a Starbucks girl.
Oh yeah, Starbucks girl. All right, Mexican food or Chinese food?
Mexican food.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Batman or Superman?
Oh, Batman.
Spider-Man or Venom?
Venom. Let's go with Venom.
All right. Hut on the beach or castle in the clouds?
What was the first one? Sorry, what was the first one?
Hut on the beach
Oh, castle.
or
Castle.
Are you a morning or night person?
Night person. Morning, not morning.
same girl. Same here. Dog or cat?
Dog. Dog. I'm scared of the cats. They're beautiful, but I'm scared of the cats.
I'm allergic to them, so you can keep them.
We don't have any neither because we're allergic to both.
If you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, real or fictional?
Ooh, well, geez. Lucy, from Lucy Ball, that's for sure. I need to have her because I love her. So Lucy, she has to be there. Betty White. I love Betty White. I love comedies. So those are my girls. And oh my goodness. And Selena.
Nice.
Yeah. Weird combination, but yeah.
Yeah. No. I'd like to hang out with Betty White.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
All right. When you were 10, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A dancer. I wanted
Nice.
to dance.
That's a theme there. See that? You should teach a class. All right. So I think I know the answer to this one. Date night. Fancy candlelight dinner or a night of dancing?
Oh, night of dancing.
All right. If someone were to play you in a movie, who would you want it to be?
Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh,
My
nice.
husband says that I look like her.
I was saying that just came right out. Like you didn't even have to think about that.
No, like for a long time, a lot of my friends and I love Michelle Rodriguez too. I think she's badass. But I used to get that a lot that I look like her. I don't know. But
Take it, right?
Yes.
All right. What would your last meal be?
Ooh, that's Korean barbecue. I love Korean barbecue.
Ooh,
Like kimchi, all that. I love it. Yeah. Korean barbecue.
If you could win an Olympic medal for any sport, real or fake, what would it be?
Dancing.
There you go.
I think I can win.
I think you got a theme there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Mind reading. I like to read minds,
Mind
but
reading.
also to be able to turn it off.
Yeah, I would say that'd be a little scary.
Yeah, to turn it off. To be like, oh, shut up already, and then click.
I don't think I would want to always know what my wife is thinking.
But then at the same time, yes, to keep her happy.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's true.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, she about to get mad, you know. So
We're at Tony.
yeah, those are
That's all of them.
yay.
You're good.
Yeah. Okay, I was nervous.
Well, there's a couple ones that usually stump people. You rattled right off, so it's like
I didn't think I was gonna be able to answer them right away. But those are good questions. I like it. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Sammy, I can't believe you're here. It's amazing.
No, I appreciate you so much being able to jump. I see you figured out StreamYard.
I did.
I didn't realize till after you had sent me a thing saying that
I was
showing me a
panicking.
And you know what? That's what she should be doing because she goes live so much on Instagram. I think she should be doing this. You'll be perfect. You're perfect at this.
I was definitely surprised when I was looking at all your content that you didn't have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, this is my first time live on YouTube, so I was super excited to hear. And I was
First
like,
appearance of Sandy live with the Crazy Comedian. Now you can go back in history and say my first appearance, and it's not even a cameo; it's a full appearance.
Yes. Yeah. Now you know, Sammy. Now you can wait to see your YouTube channel.
Now you know it's that easy.
Super easy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she can be a comic book woman and not be an issue, right?
There you go. Yep.
I'm setting you up for it, Sammy.
Oh, geez.
Oh, Sammy, she's the nicest person on Instagram. It's she has love for everybody, no matter who it is. I love it. She's
Thanks,
amazing.
girl. I think the
Yeah.
first time we did was over how we met our husbands.
Yeah, that's
I
how
remember
we
you talking about that.
we have similar stories.
Yeah.
Good ones, I hope.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Those are good ones.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jada Butcher for a $5 super chat. Awesome job, ladies. And of course, we're going to use that opportunity to do another super chat video. Let's stick with the same one, all right?
Yeah.
I got Bob Sugar on the other line. I better hear you say it. Yeah, no. Show you the money. Not show you. Show me the money. Show me the money. Yeah. Louder. Show me the money. That's it, brother. But you got to yell that shit. Show me the money. I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money. Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money. Show me the money.
That's awesome. I can't help it. I'm all like dancing. That's awesome. I love it.
Catchy beat for sure.
Oh,
Tim,
yeah.
thanks for joining us, Tim, as we're about to sign off. So, ladies, this has been awesome. Sammy, I really appreciate you coming on and surprising Lucy with me. I've tried to do it a couple times when a person least expects it, and I think we pretty much surprised her.
Yeah.
You
That's
did.
awesome. That's exciting.
Sammy, why don't you tell the people in YouTube land what you got going on your Instagram account and about your future endeavors on YouTube?
So we do monthly auctions live, and we share PC, love on the community, chat, all that fun stuff. Just love being a big part of the community. It's fun.
So if you don't follow her, it's Skeleton Key Comics on Instagram, guys. I asked her so last minute to be on. I didn't have a chance to put her link in the description.
I was getting the boys ready for bed, still in my pajamas. That's how long my day was. Still in my pajamas, messy.
I was like, I know it's super last minute, but I just got this idea. Do you think? So I appreciate you coming on. If you guys don't follow Sammy on Instagram, definitely do. She's got a lot of cool stuff. The sales are awesome. And I'll tell you, when I watched your video, when you were upset about the person who attacked you, I wanted to cry for you. Like you were really upset and you could tell it. So Sammy wears her heart on her sleeve. So listen, for all those mean people out there, Big Brother's going to be watching.
Oh yeah. So already to go punch somebody. I know.
Lucy, this is the time where I'm going to tell you that in my fashion. Highlight this guy, man. And for those of you who don't know, one time I went on spine ticks, and I absolutely should not have, because I was day drinking, and the Pressable Deffects and Sith made all sorts of clips about me, but highlight this guy, man. That was the one that stuck. So I'm going to highlight you, and you're going to tell everybody what you got going on coming up. What do you hopefully you don't forget what show you're going to be on next, like you did on Justin's show when you were going to be on my show. And you were hoping I wasn't going to see that, right? Well, I was watching. So go ahead and tell everybody what you got coming up on your channel, Instagram, YouTube, Comic Book Women, everything.
Okay, well, Comic Book Woman this Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. We are having Trish, the co-creator of Stray Dogs. So make sure to tune in on Tales from the Flip Side channel. And my channel, MommaComics, Lucy. I am having Aaron on the 20th, March 20th. And just check, I guess, my Instagram for a few sales that I have going on. And I think that's it for now. I don't think I'm on any other shows at the moment. So
You saying the tour's over?
For now,
No,
yes.
there you go. You guys out there that need a good guest. Lucy's available, and so is Sammy.
Yes, Sammy.
Now
I
we
need
can go
to
there together.
yes, yes. Maybe Sammy, you'll be my next, my next guest.
Not if I get her first.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then we'll
yes.
live together on Instagram.
Yes, I know. I know. He asked me if we done. I was like, no, we haven't. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I thought-
they're not that
I don't know
cool.
why. I don't know why I thought you guys did a joint sale. You must have been with someone else, or
Yeah, it
Sam,
was
you must have been with
with-
someone else.
You did.
Did you want to? Did you do a Nerdy Girl?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
All right.
But no, I'm not that cool yet.
Oh,
So-
girl.
That's what I'm saying. You entertained the hell out of the people in this chat for sure. Still got 40 people watching. 3 Men in the Basement, guys. We got our 2,500 sub giveaway video. If you are here only to see Lucy and Sammy, I understand, but please sub up to 3 Men in the Basement. Sub up. Follow us on Instagram. We now have an Instagram page. Watch the video. All you gotta do is watch it, leave a comment, and hashtag 3MIB. And then when we hit 2,500, we're gonna do a live show and give away a ton of shit. Comics, Tunes, and Toys gave us a slab and a mystery box. Short Box gave us $100 credit towards any book, excluding shipping. Plenty of books on there for that amount. If you haven't been to Short Box app, check it out. We got a 1 in 100 Berserker book from Aegis of Alaska to give away. We have books to give away. I have a mystery box, all sorts of stuff to give away. So make sure you watch that. Next Monday, Hyper Combo is going to be joining me as my guest, episode 25 of Live with the Kranky Canadian. So, fellow Frenchman who doesn't know how to pick his hockey teams, if he's still in the chat. That's about what we got. We have 3 Men in the Basement. Our auction this Friday on YouTube. We don't do them often, maybe every couple months, but we have our auction starting at 8:00 Eastern time. So we got a lot of fire to bring as usual. So come on out and buy some books, or just get in the chat and make fun of us like you normally do. I'm okay with that. Ladies, I really appreciate you. Happy International Women's Day.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun for me. And as I always say, the most valuable thing that someone can give to me is their time. So I really appreciate you guys giving your time to me. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Remember, if you're watching it in the chat or if you're watching on Rewind, all of the links to Lucy's social medias are in the description of the video. So her Instagram, her YouTube, her Linktree, as well as Comic Book Women YouTube playlist, I guess, for all the videos that they've done. So that's it, ladies. Thank you very much. On behalf of Dave in the Cave, Everardo, 3 Men in the Basement, I am Roger, a.k.a. the Cranky Canadian, and we are out. Good night.